I reconstruct faces. I traumatize people.
Please, you did get it. I wanted Meatball to get it, but everybody's sitting here being fake.
So the episode begins with the girls going on a tour excursion with their tour guide. They just chilling, having a fun time. But then Natalie says that, okay, me and Jayla and Rolly and Sapphire are gonna go to the charity, to a woman's charity. And Biggie and all the other hoes are gonna go sightseeing. And Biggie is in charge of it because she is from the Dominicano, okay? Why does it look like Natalie is going to a funeral? Like, this outfit is so, gaudy. I don't know. I don't like it. So they all go their separate ways. Ahna gets freaked out by this baseball player that, looks like a statue, but he's not.
This fucking...
That was funny. No lie, that shit would scare me too. It did look like a statue. That takes talent. And I hope they tipped him because they be doing this shit for money. So then they go to a tobacco store. Now, apparently Biggie and Ahna are fighting over who's gonna buy the leaves, okay? And basically Ahna wants Biggie to share, but Biggie's like, no, I always give you my leaves, buy your own, buy your own. By the way, what are leaves? Are they talking about tobacco leaves or are they talking about weed? I was confused. So they start going back and forth and Ahna gets in Biggie's face talking about, I'll knock you out, bitch. And it's no, you won't. You won't. Biggie can't fight, but she'll knock you out easily. And bitch, I just can't with Ahna with this knock people out when you're injured and you know people can't hit you back. It is so fucking annoying. True T, I think Biggie was saying it was only $25. Spend your own money. Why do you need to spend Biggie's? It's just so weird. So they end up separating. Both sides are just venting to one another. But with Natalie and them, they arrive to the charity. However, there is they're greeted with a shit ton of people. You would have swore it was freaking the Beatles coming to town. This is crazy. And guess what these hoes start doing? They start giving everybody $100 bills. And as you can imagine, pandemonium ensues. Look at Scotty, she's scared. Honestly, that is not safe to do that. Literally, people will kill each other over that shit. People will stomp each other in order to get those $100 bills. And then the thing is, too, they didn't even get to go to the women's shelter. They were literally just, blocked out. So they just started handing money to everybody. And it's what the fuck? Those people want the money so bad, they start handing, the babies to the girls. And I'm oh my God, see Sapphire trying to give him $100? And they don't even know where the mom is. It's damn, see? People do crazy shit for money. And the Dominican Republic, it's not, the poorest nation in the world, but it's certainly not the richest. And $100 damn US can go a long motherfucking way. So yeah, it's just pandemonium. You can hear Natalie telling them, you already got money, go, go. It was just funny, but not. It was really sad, to be honest with you. Then the camera cuts to Ahna and NuNu fighting, okay? So apparently Ahna was frustrated and going off to the producers, and I guess NuNu's name was brought up, and NuNu overheard and was basically bitch, what the fuck? Who you talking to? Say what you gotta say, ho! You only talking all that shit cause you injured, bitch! But then Ahna Need Her Ass Beat is no, you're only picking on me cause I'm injured. And I'm bitch, shut the fuck up, ho. You got all that motherfucking mouth backed up behind security. I can't stand this hoe. When is the reunion so NuNu can do this bitch in? In fact, Meatball, even though I can't stand you and it was an accident, thank you for throwing a chair at that bitch. Thank you. So, I mean, they just kind of go back and forth, back and forth. They get separated and that's pretty much how that scene ends. So then the girls all meet up with Natalie again. They just talk and do a bunch of bullshit. And then there's fireworks that go off. Yay! So then the girls arrive to their last baddie dinner, okay? And Natalie wants to go all around and the girls to tell them about their experience, and if there's anything they need to get off their chest, this is the time to do so until the reunion. So first they start off with Kiva. Basically she says she's had a fun time, but she's only gonna miss Natalie. She's not gonna miss any of the other bitches. Wait, not even NuNu? I thought you and NuNu were cool. Then they go to NuNu and she talks about what she talks about in her experience. She also brings up Ahna, okay, and how she wanted to talk to her, but things went left. But Ahna, claps back and they start going back and forth, honey. Back and forth, back and forth. But NuNu's like, you know what? I'm not rapping it with this girl. I'll see you at the reunion, boo. And I said, oh! So then they go to Cali, and she says she has a fun time, yada, yada, yada. But then she proceeds to call the OGs bullies, okay? Specifically Jayla and Natalie. Jayla's like, bitch, I'm not a bully. I stand on 10. I do this. I do that. I don't think Jayla's a bully. I don't. I don't think she's a bully at all. So, Callie, shh. By the way, I know people dragged the dog fuck out of this confessional look, but I actually like it. I like the bedazzled eyebrows. I don't know. And then Natalie's like, what? No one has ever called me a bully before. Say what now? And then Natalie basically says, like, look, you came in really hot, okay, spitting on people, doing this, doing that. And that's true. So she probably received bad energy from the girls because you have to remember, Jayla is cool with Natalie. So if you're, treating Natalie bad, she's not going to want to fuck with you either. So that would make sense. So next it's Tinkerbella's turn, and she talks about how it's a great experience, yada, yada, yada. But then, of course, Meatball and her start arguing, honey. And honestly, I'm over this beef. Like, I'm over it. Like, it's a chain, whatever. I don't care. Honestly, I think their friendship / sisterhood is over. You know what I mean? Because I did hear at the reunion, Meatball threw a chair at Tinkerbella. So, yeah, it's pretty much a wrap after that. So next, Diamond the Body talks about everything, and she says, this is the best shit ever. I'm made for this. I love it, honey. Ooh, look at that chin. Then they cut to Biggie. I don't care. Then they cut to Ahna. She talks about how, these girls have really helped her during this emotional time because she's going through a lot of personal shit, i.e. her boyfriend beat her ass, and that's why she has the fractured face. But after Ahna's speech, Diamond notices that Meatball has a knife in her hand, and she takes the liberty to move her motherfucking seat. And she sits next to Mariah. Natalie's messy ass is like, Diamond, why'd you move? And Diamond tells them why. And Meatball's like, bitch, this is a butter knife. Ain't nobody gonna do shit to you. Ain't nobody gonna do shit. And honestly, I don't think she was gonna do shit either. Like, honestly, Diamond, I feel like that was a little much. Like, a little much. So then they cut to Tasiki, and she says her experience, yada, yada, yada. She said something that's really funny, kind of. She's like, I traumatize people. I rearrange faces. I do this. I do that. So if you guys are not going to fight like that, y'all don't need to be fighting. And I said, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So next, Sapphire comes and does her speech. And let me tell you, this bitch started crying. And the amount of makeup she has on. You see that stain? Jesus Christ, like 5 fucking pounds of foundation. And she started saying like, oh, I came on here and I know people had beef with me. And I'm thinking, who had beef with you besides Bianca? Because you and Mariah were cool. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's talking about Suki. I don't know what she's talking about. But I do know that bitch is crying. So then Cisco tells her experience on Baddies Caribbean, ya la la la, mwah, 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 mwah. Then Mariah says her shit. Then Asian Doll says her shit. Then Scotty goes. Then Deep Breath goes. Then lastly, Chinny Chinny Cocoa Puff gives her experience. Now, after Natalie's done with her speech, she announces that she has one last Baddies chain, and the candidates are Meatball, Diamond, and Callie. So Natalie asks, let's vote. Who wants to vote for Meatball? And literally everybody voted for Meatball. But Diamond's like, I don't really care. Give the chain to Meatball. I don't really give a fuck. And then she's like, I just find it funny, though, that you're giving Meatball the chain when you're supposed to be really cool friends with Tinka, and that's her main op right now. So then Rolly goes and gives her the chain, and Tinkerbella ends up putting it on her neck. And then Natalie says, I actually brought another necklace, but Diamond, what you did was disgusting, and I'm not going to give it to you, and I'm going to be a helicopter and leave up out of here. She said something like that. But it's like, girl, like, why did they get so mad at Diamond? Like, Diamond just said the truth. So for Natalie to be like, oh, that was disgusting. It's like, bitch, you just didn't like Diamond to begin with. Like, I don't know. Maybe stuff was cut out. I don't think what Diamond said was so horrible to disqualify her from getting a Baddies shade. Like, is it just me? But overall, guys, this season of Baddies, it was entertaining, but it was also really chaotic. I feel like next season should have a little bit more structure and not all these motherfucking replacements and guests, because I'd be losing track of these bitches' names, ho! Ooh, I wonder if we're gonna get a reunion next week. No, probably not, because they would have put a sneak peek on at the end of the episode. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to wait 2 weeks for the reunion. Yeah. But I want to know what you guys think, and this is the video the YouTube algorithm thinks you should watch next.